track. It's Jax out in front for the Aliens. All right, Jax is through on the initial pass. Lead jammer now on the scoring pass. The power jam opportunity as Billy the Kid is sitting in the penalty box. Jax almost able to keep it upright. Sass there getting ready to make that last hit if he was able to come back in. Jax comes in again, mixing it up with Sass, is able to swing around and pick up 4 for the Aliens. Hard fought as nearly 50 seconds of gameplay went under. Jax coming in for a second scoring pass, tries to go through on the outside, but Bio is going to be in the way. That's going to force Jax to the outside, come back around. Meanwhile, looking at the pack, at the penalty box, it is completely empty. And the Aliens have another 4-point pass. And hands on hips will call that one dead. 8-point opening volley for the jam is underway. Aliens jammer is out in front. That's number 0. Drift lead jammer. That's 2 in a row. Meanwhile, Skater Boy gets hit there by Sammy Truck. Gets knocked to the inside of turn 3. Out of play is called. They have to let him go. Drift comes in. Starts to make contact with the back of the pack. Decides to drift on out to the outside of the pack and then comes back into the middle. It is through, picking up 4. Meanwhile, Skater Boy is going to head to the penalty box. And the Aliens are through for another 4 points. Drift with an 8-point run so far. Skater Boy locked up, can do nothing but watch. So it's a power jam opportunity for the Aliens. Able to put a little bit of power down right there. It pops out the far side. 12-point jam so far for Drift. Skater Boy is going to make their way through on their initial pass. Drift is through for yet another, so a 16-point jam. Scoring 66% of the jams. And we're going to see a return. No stranger to lead jammer as Space Cowboy is going to get out there. First lead jammer for the Cowboys. Space Cowboy comes in, already putting some points on the board for the Cowboys. And after a quick 4, we'll call that one off. Jam is on. Jax gets pushed to the outside of the pack. Meanwhile, it's going to be the 007. That is Billy the Kid for the Cowboys, getting drawn back by Jax. Jam is almost at a complete standstill right at the jammer line. Jax is able to power through, picks up lead jammer for the Aliens. 27-4 over the Cowboys. Aliens doing a fantastic job with the opening volley. Ooh, just able to keep it up right inside. Oh, we're going to be losing Billy the Kid to the penalty box from some sort of an error. This is going to be a power jam opportunity for the Aliens. Already with a commanding lead. Nice little hit there by Crazia is going to push Jax to the outside, drawn back into the middle of the back straight. Jax tries to dive in again. Another nice little hit there by the 86 on the Cowboys. Powering around the outside, the aliens are able to get lead jammer. That is Thayer the Slayer. Lead jammer for the aliens already come around and back in the mix. Skaterboy took the takedown to the inside of turn one. Meanwhile, in the pack, we've got a bunch of rush right there. As Barbie Flay is out, ready to apply the pressure. That one will force the call off on the end. Space Cowboy diving through on the inside. Jack's not able to slow her down. Lead jammer Cowboys. Drift for the aliens is out. Sly Vixen able to work her way through the pack, picking up lead jammer for the aliens. Sly comes in, makes contact, is going to call that one. Let's see if we're able to add any points. One for the Cowboys. There's a big push right there. They're the Slayer. Lead jammer for the aliens. Meanwhile, Skater Boy trailing behind by about half a lap. Thayer comes in, a little bit of a screen there from her own blockers. Skater Boy drawn back, but is able to work their way through, picking up four. Power jam opportunity for the Cowboys, as Thayer the Slayer can do nothing but watch from the penalty box. Tried to get around on the outside. Skater Boy had some troubles. Is now being drawn deep back onto the front straight. Thayer the Slayer is through, straight out of the penalty box and through, picking up four. Both jammers are through. Remember, we're going to go the full ride on this one. As Thayer the Slayer was lead jammer, lost that. So they're going to go full 2 minutes. Thayer gets a little tripped up and slams into the back of that front wall. Thayer is through. I believe that's going to be another 4 count. And see the Space Cowboy for the Cowboys. Ooh, spin maneuver around the far side. The number 25 is going to keep it upright and inbounds. 25, lead jammer for the Cowboys. Meanwhile, Jax able to pop through on the inside, keeping it up on the toe stops. And Space Cowboy will see Jax disappearing into turn 4. Put hands on hips, calling that one dead for a quick 4-point. Whistle is blown. Jammer's pushing hard. Ooh, Cowboys are going to be the ones to watch as Billy the Kid is through, lead jammer. And I can hear the squeals of Sly Vixen getting pushed to the outside there by the number 117. Billy the Kid takes a big hit there by Martisha. Will keep it. Oh, we're going to get a blocking to the head, with the head, to the head. But anyway, it's a power jam opportunity for Sly Vixen and the Aliens. A lot of movement up in the pack as Sly Vixen's trying to push. He's got 2 to go. But it's going to be Pink Diggity and Sass. Big push right there from Billy the Kid. Will get her out in front yet again. 12 points so far. And Sly Vixen is finally through on that initial pass. We're going to be losing Pink Diggity from the Cowboys. Just as Billy Kid comes in and gets mixed up with E.T. 4 points going to go up for the Cowboys. It's finally able to respond, but 16 points so far. No response from the Aliens. As Sly Vixen is out there starting to mix it up. Is able to get past Sass. Is able to get a little bit further in, but now is going to get drawn way back. And that one is going to go. That is it. I believe 2 minutes has. That is Drift out there trying to mix it up there with the 86ers. Oh, nice little mixing it up. And Lee Jimmer is going to go to Drift for the Aliens. And I believe there's going to be a penalty for Drift. So we're going to go to, oh, no, it's Lead Jammer has been called. That is going to be Acadia Major. Acadia Major comes into the back of some Aliens. Trying to mix things up. A lot of movement within the pack. Great recycling efforts. 1 to go as Jax is the last point of contact. Pushed out there, finally out in front. Is going to put hands on hips, and that will freeze Drift in the penalty box. And the Aliens are going to be calling a timeout. It is over with less than 5 seconds before we get back underway. We've got Skater Boy on the line for the Cowboys. Meanwhile, locked up is Drift. Power start for the Cowboys. Blue-eyed Bruiser with the block on the outside is going to force Skater Boy to the inside. A little bit of a clearing right there. Clearly Jane. Oh, a lot of motion within the pack. Aliens doing a great job of holding Skater Boy back. But the ones to watch right now is Bio holding Drift. Little tap to the outside by the Aliens will cause Skater Boy to have to come back around. Meanwhile, Drift comes in, makes some contact after working their way out. Through for 4 points. The Aliens are going to be able to put some points on the board so far in this jam. Drift takes a hit there by Bio. Drift finally finding pull through on the inside of turn 1. Putting up some more points. 8 so far for the Aliens.
1-0-3-9.
Celia planning headed to the penalty box for a forearm call. Meanwhile, Drift getting a little bit mixed up there with Barbie Flay. That one lined up back there. Icy Space Cowboy for the Cowboys. Wasting no time to get out in front, picking up lead Jammer. Meanwhile, in the back, it's going to be Thayer the Slayer. Is able to work their way around Billy the Kid. So they're ready to start applying the pressure. Coming in, making contact with Pocket. Whistle is blown. Quick burst of speed on the outside. Looks like there wasn't enough room there to put Mail through, but Jax was able to get through. Academia Major is out, ready to apply the pressure, but is about a quarter lap behind. Jax coming into the back of the pack. Already passing, making some points up there against the Cowboys. Jax mixing things up. Peyton Diggity and Crazia out there mixing it up and causing Jax to the outside of the pack. He's going to be drawn way back. This, of course, affords the opportunity for Academia Major to get through on the initial pass. And then it's going to be blown as whistle is blown as Arcadia Major. Thayer the Slayer trying to find their way through on the inside. It's going to get tumbled up and mixed up. Tries again on the inside edge, and Thayer the Slayer is through. Lead Jammer for the Aliens. Meanwhile, Barbie Flay mixing it up with Star on their helmet for the Cowboys is out on the initial pass. Thayer the Slayer with 4 points for the Aliens. Looks over, sees Barbie right alongside. I believe I can see the orange helmet for Billy the Kid. Meanwhile, we're going to get drift from the Aliens. Blue-Eyed Bracer trying to close the gate, but Billy the Kid was able to score through. Drift is also out, ready to apply the pressure. The pack is off to the races. It appears that the Aliens are down by 2 blockers. Drift and Billy the Kid come into the pack just about the same time. And the call from the bench is to call it off, and Billy the Kid is going to do so. Big push by the Cowboys right there. Will get Crazia through. Meanwhile, Jax is going to start applying the pressure. Number 21 for the Aliens. Ooh, we're going to be losing the lead Jammer to the penalty box. Jax does not have that, so we're going to go the full ride on this one. Some power jam opportunity for Jax and the Aliens. 4 points on the board already. Jax tries to find through on the outside, is able to hop up and stay upright and then bounce on the inside. And we're going to be losing the Cowboys blocker Jammer once again. So the power jam opportunity for the Jax is continuing. Jax is around, picks up 4. 30 seconds left in this jam, or we're going to go the full 2 minutes. Jax fighting through. You can see those fluorescent skates bouncing around on the inside edge, picking up 4 additional points, 12 so far for the Aliens. All right, that is it. 2 minutes has elapsed, and Crazia was able to respond with 4 points. For the Cowboys, we've got Barbie Flay. For the Aliens, it is going to be Thayer the Slayer, lead jammer for the Aliens. Aliens have a pretty dominant lead right now, about 25 points separating these two teams. As Thayer pops through, he's going to pick up 4. Looking to see if they can extend the Aliens' lead over the Cowboys. Ophelia Penny heading back to the penalty box. And Thayer the Slayer is through yet again. Another 4-point run. 8 so far in this jam number 18. A lot of movement within the back of the pack. I believe we've got Pink Diggity trying to get to the front for reasons we will talk about here in a moment. Meanwhile, Thayer the Slayer is going to push through, pick up another 4. Is hit right there to the inside by Bio. Thayer will have to come back around. And just as Big Diggity is able to pop out, once they're at the basket, now the tickets. Space Cowboy, lead jammer. Drift for the Aliens, about half a lap behind. That jam will be called dead before Drift can get anywhere near Cowboys. Whistles blown, we are underway. Sly Vixen, the last point of contact, mixing it up there with Pocket, trying to keep Billy the Kid in jail. Unfortunately, Billy Kid is able to escape, picks up lead jammer for the Cowboys. Meanwhile, in the back, Sammy Truck for the Aliens, powering through the middle of the pack. Billy the Kid comes in, makes some contact with the green wall up in front. Whistles being blown. We got a forearm call being made. 4 points are going to go on the board for the Cowboys. Period clock is at 0. We're on jam time here, jam number 20. Billy the Kid is through for another 4 points right there. See if they can't whittle away at that lead of the Aliens before we get into our halftime. Got a track cut being called. See who that is going to be on. Meanwhile, we've got a star pass as Sly Vixen is now the jammer. We're going to be losing Hot Mess Express to the penalty box. Sly Vixen is going to the penalty box, and it is going to be a power jam for the Cowboys as both jammers sit down, which means both jammers will then stand up. A little bit of technicalities right there. Sly Vixen is released. Billy the Kid is out there as well. We're still down by 2 blockers for the Aliens. 4-on-3 pack for the Cowboys. The Sly Vixen comes in and gets locked up. Billy the Kid is going to power around, picking up more points. And that is it. We are done. It is the first half. And Space Cowboy is through. E-Teeth is out as well. Each for their respective teams. Looking over the penalty box, down by 1 on the Aliens side. 4 points going up for Space Cowboy and the Cowboys. And E-Teeth is through as well, picking up 4. Hearing a whistle in the back, have to see what that call is going to be. And Space Cowboy looks back, sees E.T. coming in hot and fast. And Drift is through. Skater Boy is as well. Jax has to let them go. Pack is down by 1 as the Cowboys have 1 in the penalty box. Drift goes in, makes contact. We've got a forearm call going out there against one of the Aliens. Thayer the Slayer is out, but Billy the Kid is your lead jammer, already through and putting points on the board. 4 for the Cowboys. Thayer the Slayer comes in, makes hard contact. And that one will be called dead. 1. Jam is on. It looks like we've got Space Cowboy mixing it up there with Jax. So Space Cowboy's going to be the one to watch as they are picking up lead jammer for the Cowboys. And whistle is going to call that one after this jam is done. So make sure you got those ready. And we are underway. Drift powering out up in the front is able to get through. Lead jammer for the Aliens. Meanwhile, in the back, that is going to be the number 6 of Acadia Major. And Drift will get a hit there and locked down to 9. If the Aliens are able to pick up winners, so head on over to the merchandise table. You are tonight's victor for the 50-50. Skater Boy is through. Lead jammer for the Cowboys. Meanwhile, Jax locked up in the back for the Aliens. Aliens preparing for Skater Boy to come in. Meanwhile, we've got Sly Vixen doing everything to get us slowed down. He gets through, picks up 4, and that one will be called dead. Aliens will be... Big hit right there, but able to shrug it off as Space Cowboy is your lead jammer for the Cowboys. And Thayer the Slayer worked up to the front, but it's going to be Pinking and Diggity holding that front line. It's going to push Thayer the Slayer to the inside. Meanwhile, using the chaos, Space Cowboy is able to pick up 4. Ophelia Plenty picking up the star pass, successful. As Space Cowboy works through, picks up 4, calls that one dead. Pocket kick to the inside. And Pocket finds their way through around on the outside. The other one to watch is going to be Barbie Flay. Barbie Flay is out, ready to mix things up. And with the return of Sass, the pack is back up to full strength. Pocket is able to push the front wall out far enough. Out of play is called. They have to let her go, picking up 4 points in the process. is holding that front wall, but Barbie Flay is able to power through. Meanwhile, Pocket is able to do so as well, picking up 4 points, so a +4 for the Aliens. There's a big push by the Cowboys. Billy the Kid, lead jammer. And Drift mixing it up with the Cowboys right there. Nice 1-2 punch. Lindsey Blowhand was the last point of contact, but Drift is able to get through. Meanwhile, back in the action, Billy the Kid is kicked to the inside. Looks back, sees Drift coming around the corner. We'll call that one dead. Jax is your lead jammer. Space Cowboy hot on his tail. Remember, just 5 points separating these two teams. Jax is able to pop through on the inside. Ooh, no, Jax is going to pick up a penalty for a track cut on that one. This is a great opportunity for Space Cowboy to whittle away at that 5-point lead. Remember, we're going to go the full ride on this one. 4 points, so it's only 1 point right now. Cowboys trailing by 1. Space Cowboy comes in, makes contact. Jax is through, putting up 4. 12-8 on this. Oh, I'm sorry, 12-16. Space Cowboys up by 16 points on this one so far. Jax comes into the back of the pack, looks for a clear space. A little bit of a mix-up there with some of the blockers in the back. And Jax is going to pick up 4 additional roller derby points. Space Cowboys able to answer in kind, so a lateral move as these two teams move forward. Space Cowboy just able to keep it inside on that back straight, picking up 3 in the process. Drift is through, lead jammer for the Aliens. And a flurry of whistles will call that one dead. Whistles blown. Nice little push up to the front. We've got 1 point line of defense. The skater boy comes face to face with Jax, out of play. Has to let him go. Pocket for the Aliens is through as well. So these two quickly powering through the far side of the pack. Skater boy coming in. We'll call that one putting up 3 in the. On the line, Thayer the Slayer and Billy the Kid, but the one to watch is going to be Billy the Kid out in front with 007. Thayer the Slayer still fighting to get out the far side. Pink Diggity and Sass holding the line up front. Juicy J with the assist. Pink Diggity gets a little too stretched out, has to let her go. Thayer the Slayer is out. Meanwhile, Billy the Kid is through, picking up 4 points and extends that lead, and precarious lead by the. Jax is through, but the one to watch is the lead jammer, the Space Cowboy. Space Cowboy just able to get around. Defense right there, picking up 3. Gets up to the front. We'll call that one. He is able to call that one before Drift can do any damage. Bit of a spin maneuver right there. Will get Sass, number 711. Let's see that star on in a minute. Sass is through. Lead jammer for the Cowboys. And then Thayer the Slayer is finally through on the initial pass. Just about 25 seconds of gameplay so far in this jam. And able to just get past Jackson, put hands on hips and call that one. 4 additional points. We see the first one out there, star on her helmet, Blue-Eyed Bruiser. Playing against Acadia Major, the two of them coming around turn 1. Acadia Major taking a hit there from Blue-Eyed Bruiser. And that's it. They're going to put hands on hips, call that one dead, a 0-0 jam. Jax and Space Cowboy out there. Ooh, that's going to be a tough call. I'm glad I don't have to make it. I believe it is going to be Space Cowboy. Lead jammer. The two jammers mixing it up right there. A little jammer on jammer action going into turn 1.
3, 4.
Space Cowboy is going to come in reverse style. Puts up 1 point. Whistle is blown. Thayer the Slayer for the Aliens, mixing it up in the back. Meanwhile, up in front, Sass, again with the star on the helmet, is going to pick up lead jammer for the second time. Wow. Thayer the Slayer able to keep all of her skates inside as it gets tossed around on the inside of turn 1. Meanwhile, Sass is going to pick up 4. Put hands on hips to call that one dead. We're going to see the return of Blue-Eyed Bruiser out there mixing it up against Skater Boy. Blue-Eyed Bruiser just has paint dignity to go, but is able to work their way around the far side. Meanwhile, in the back, Skater Boy mixing it up there with Sly Vixen. Sly Vixen's able to slow him down, but is going to make it through, picking up 3 in the process. And just because the announcer said something, that is when Jax is going to, of course, pop up the far side, picking up lead jammer. Billy the Kid is going to go from pivot to jammer. As Jax comes in, already putting points on the board, and that is it. There are going to be more points going up for the Aliens. 4 points so far. Jax puts hands on hips, calls that one. 2 additional points are going to go for the Aliens. Space. Cowboy comes into the back. A little bit of a hand signal is kind of getting the direction she wants to go. Slide Vixen trying to use ET as a ramming rod. Space. Cowboy is going to put that one to bed. 8. Whistle is blown. Sass powers up to the front. Takes a bit of a short whip right there, but lands face to face with Jax. Meanwhile, Sass is back and forth, trying to find her way through. Out of play is called. They have to let her go. Sass is through. Lead jammer for the Cowboys. And we've got another power jam as Sass is going to pass to the penalty box. And Drift is going to get kicked to the outside of turn 4. Out of play is called. They have to let him back in. All right, it just been drawn to my attention that the tickets for the gift baskets have been drawn. I do not have those yet, but they have been drawn, so they are going to be called here ever so shortly. I mentioned after this game, but they have already been pulled. So if you're looking for more tickets, unfortunately, they're no longer available. Meanwhile, the action on the track says that Drift is out there mixing things up. This one's going to go the full ride. Another 31 seconds of gameplay in this jam. Sass is going to pick up 4 points. Drift powering hard, comes up, dodges a hit there by Big Diggity. He is able to work around, picking up 4 as well for the Aliens. Drift with an apex jump right there is able to power around. Out of play is called up in front, have to let Drift go. That is it. Time has elapsed. 2 minutes of gameplay just went down in one jam. And a push right there. Pocket is going to push through, picking up lead jammer. Meanwhile, back in the pack, Barbie Flay having some difficulty getting a little bit of help there from Skater Boy, but still has 2-3 to go. A little bit of a clearing move from the outside. Barbie Flay is through. Pocket, however, able to power through the back, picks up 4. Got a direction of gameplay being called on Skater Boy. And Barbie Flay mixing it up all the way out there. Both jammers picking up 4. Pocket will put hands on hips, calling that one. So we've got Blue-Eyed Bruiser out there mixing it up. And your lead jammer is going to be Space Cowboy, the number 25 for the Cowboys. Blue-Eyed Bruiser's out there, able to get out of the pack. Looking at the penalty box, it just has 1 to go. Skater Boy standing at attention, ready to roll. And with him released, we are back at 0 in the penalty box. And a flurry of whistles will call that one dead. And we will have right about 1 minute. Acadia Major paired up against Drift. If there's going to be any major changes for the Aliens, they're going to have to be able to push hard right now and go deep into jam time. Period clock is winding down ever so quickly. Acadia Major's locked up in the back. Drift was able to pick up 4.